Well, good morning. It is 5:44 and I wanted to be in the stand half an hour ago, but my alarm did not cooperate with me. It didn't go off. This is the first time for me to be in the woods for the 2023 hunting season, gun season. Didn't get to go Saturday because of my son's wedding, and then yesterday was Sunday, and being a pastor, that is not conducive to hunting. So it is Monday morning, November the 20th. And like I said, I'm already running late. I should already be in the stand, but we're going to get in there and see what happens. It's about 43 degrees. Beautiful morning. Pretty much calm, no wind. And we're going to kick off the 2023 season, and we'll see what happens. And I'll see you in the stand. All right, I'm in the stand. It's about 5:50, and I was afraid I would bust deer off this corn coming in here, but I don't think I did. I never saw anything, and so we'll see what happens this morning. You can see that due to lack of rain, the patches are just now starting to come up, but we've had corn out. And so I've got pictures of deer in here on the corn. There's a feeder back there. I don't know if you can see it or not on the video. I'm on what we've always called the feeder batch, and that's because at one time it was the only one that had a feeder on it. Now I've got feeders on a couple. Since it got legalized, we could do that better. But anyway, we're gonna sit for a while and see if we get any action. Got a couple of does out there. There comes another one. There's actually a doe, I think, and two yearlings. But it would seem that they're moving. Got 5 deer in the batch right now. 3 big does and 2 yearlings. They aren't really just staying and feeding. They're a little bit skittish. The wind is not ideal for this stand, but it's not bad for where those deer are. But no bugs yet. Okay, I've got 7 does, 5 mature does, and 2 yearlings running around and feeding a little bit on the corn. Just some of them are just playing, jumping up and down and running. And, well, actually, a few of them have slipped off now. But for the last, since 10 minutes after I got in the stand, I've had deer coming in, so I'm not being busted as far as wind is concerned. Right now I see 2 that are still feeding. The others will run out and play, and then they nothing else happens, I'll consider this a successful morning, just seeing some deer playing and feeding. So. But I mean, I hadn't been in the stands 25 minutes yet, so we'll see what happens. Well, I've been in the stand about an hour, maybe an hour and 10 minutes at the most. I've had 5 mature does and 2 yearlings feeding the entire time. I mean, within 5 to 10 minutes of the time I sat in the chair, they've been feeding. They are just now, there's still three of them out to my right, feeding off the edge of the patch. And have a turkey hen up on the end, scratching around in the corn. So it's been a great morning. It's about 7 o'clock, 7:05, I think. And like I told you, I was here half an hour later than I wanted to be. So I'm going to sit for, I got to work, so probably another hour and a half. See what happens. But those does are kind of gotten their fill. They fed on corn for a while and then fed down through the patch on the little sweet, tender stuff that's coming up. And so maybe, now that the does have done their thing, maybe the bucks will slip in here and feed a little bit before bedding. They're still in bachelor groups right now, as far as I can tell. So, anyway, I sure have enjoyed this morning already. And they're all, let's see, they're pretty much gone now. But this has been a great morning already. I got 2 more does. 2 more does and 7 turkey hens out there right now. Been a great morning. Okay, it is November 22nd. It's about 2:19. I was hoping to get away a little bit earlier, but it's the day before Thanksgiving, and I was helping my wife get the house ready for some family guests tomorrow. So that was more important. But I am headed out. It's about 57 degrees. The wind chill's about 54, 53, something like that. It's blowing about 10 miles an hour out of the northwest. I'm going to go back to the plot I sat on the other morning, my first time in the woods for the year. I have not had a lot of time to get out here, but I had a good morning the other morning. Saw a bunch of does and yearlings and turkey hens. So I really enjoyed that. That was a great way to start the season, whether I pulled the trigger or not. So I'm going to go back there for the afternoon sit and see if there's any bucks coming in there in the afternoon. Obviously, those does were in there in the morning. The bucks probably were in there before daylight. I have not checked my camera yet, and I forgot to bring an SD card with me to swap it out while I'm in here this evening, so I'll have to wait till another day this week and do that. But anyway, we'll see what happens. You don't kill one every time you go hunting. That's not what hunting is. That's just killing. Hunting is enjoying it, getting out in God's creation and fellowshipping with the Heavenly Father as you sit and watch wildlife, watch the woods come to life in the morning, and watch things wind down, and as the dark comes on, as the sun sets, to see other things come to life and get to moving. So that's what it's all about. We're headed that way now. Like I said, it's about 2:21 now. So I should be in the stand by 2:35, maybe, something like that. I don't have very far to go, so I'll see you when I get there. got some does feeding the back corner back there. Well, they're easing on out into the patch. At least one of them is. Looks like the same group of does that I saw the other morning. We'll see what happens. Okay, it's been about 30 minutes, probably 30 minutes since those does went on back out of the field again. And now I got two does. These are different does. They're darker. They came out from another side, from my right, and they're out feeding now. So I think that makes 6 total. But the deer's still moving. Apparently they've been moving a lot all afternoon. Temperature's dropping. It's supposed to get pretty chilly tonight. I think I got about an hour, maybe hour and 15 minutes before dark. So I'm kind of feeling good about things right now. Okay, it's November 28th. This will be the third time that I've even been in the woods. First time I'm going up to what we call the farm up in Haw Hill, Alabama. And I'm going to go sit on the big field. We've got some bucks coming in there that I've been seeing pretty regular on camera. And so I'm going to go sit there this afternoon. They've been coming in the afternoons, anywhere between 4:30 and 6, 7 o'clock. So it is 2:53 now. I really would have liked to have been about a half an hour earlier, but had to work. So headed up there, going to sit on the big field and see what happens. It's a gorgeous day. It's about 56 degrees and going down. We have a freeze warning for tonight, so it's going to start dropping rapidly once the sun begins to set. And it is a little bit breezy, but they ought to be on their feet moving around, and the wind's out of the northwest, and so the stand I'm going to is perfect for that. So see you when I get there. Okay, I'm in the stand, and you can see I'm looking toward a power line, and we've got a green field. There's the feeder, and there's a little opening right there where a lot of the deer come. They're going to come from there, or they're going to come from just beyond the feeder. There's another lane back down in there. You can see there's a lot of area there, but that's generally where they're going to come from. Occasionally, you'll have one come from over here. There's also some land back here that they can come from, but usually they're not coming from down back behind you. So it is about 3:15, 3:20. Got about an hour before I've been seeing deer move on the camera, so here we go. Well, go figure. I've been seeing deer pretty consistently in here every afternoon on camera. Now, it's like 5:41 now, 5:42. I mean 4:42. And of course, the one day I sat in here, ain't nothing moving. Still got about 20 minutes before the end of legal shooting light, so maybe something will slip on in here in a minute. But I really thought I'd have some deer out here by now. Oh well. All right, I didn't get it on video because it was too dark, but I had a buck come in, one of the ones I've been looking for. I think it's him, and he's down. I dropped him. I'm gonna go get the truck, and then we'll go see him. All right, here we go. Going to get him. Pretty sure I know where he was laying. Well, I know he's laying there, so we're not gonna have to track him. He was standing right next to that feeder right there. He ended up right down here. I say he did. I know he was laying there, because I saw him laying there. He came right around through here. He should be laying right. Uh-oh. There he is. There he is. Yeah, it's not, I don't think that's the one. There's two of them. There's a 4-point and an 8-point. They look like twins, but that's him. I ain't gotta track him at all. Good deal. All right, there he is. Take a look at the rack. I'm trying not to show any blood. And I get my shadow off of it. All right, well, it just goes to show you, you don't kill one every time you go, but it's still a lot of fun. I've had several hunts before I killed this one. Not quite as big as what I was thinking. He's a 7-point, but it's got a high rack. I mean, it's a decent looking deer, and he's gonna make good sausage. So I got him loaded, and I'm headed to the processor.